I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about my movie and try to shed light on the context and on the way it was made. The film is called The Sun and the Looking Glass, for one easily forgets, but the tree remembers. My artistic practice in general revolves around questioning our relationships to history and to storytelling. What traces are passed down to us and how they are transformed into narratives. What is left aside, forgotten, and what is selected, transmitted, and remembered. And more broadly, how these narratives shape our personal and collective identities. I work a lot with writing and language, even though this text-based work often gets translated into visual forms, such as films, installations, or performances. The Sun and the Looking Glass, for one easily forgets, but the tree remembers, paints the portrait of a place on a hill above the Palestinian village of Ain Kinya, near Ramallah. There's several different formats that are intertwined. So we have some Super 8, some video, some photographs, and writing. The story is being told through the perspective of a tree, the kaikap tree, which has been the witness of the last 200 years of history and of successive occupations of the land. There's a very playful and visual relation to text which is at play and which allows the narrative to unfold throughout the film. Some of the footage was shot by Mashal Kawasami, and it also features a soundtrack by Sylvie Bouteiller, both of whom I'm very happy to have collaborated with. So I'm speaking to you today as the director, but something that's very important for me to say is that without all the people who contributed to its making, this film would not be here. And primarily Haifa Zalatimo and Sahar Kawasami and all the people behind Sakia, where I was in residency and where we shot the film. They welcomed me with open arms, they told me their stories, and they trusted me. I'm also very grateful to all the people who contributed one way or another to the film. They have made it possible, and they have balanced the very reduced economy of means of the production with their generosity and care. And I think this lo-fi or DIY aspect of the making is still very present in the film and somehow contributes to its beauty. So I'm very grateful for that. If I have a wish, or let's call it a desire, it's that the film raise questions, engage in dialogues, and triggers conversations among the people to whom this story belongs, of course, but also elsewhere, where I think the complexity of Palestine's history, both past and present, needs to be addressed and looked at. And I would say even more, looked at under poetic and artistic lenses, rather than only through the perspectives of media, which unfortunately too often repeat the violence they try to picture. Once again, thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the film.